Hello, hello. You're listening to the Goggler podcast. Ian Bahir and Uma with you. Luca is set in this beautiful seaside town in the Italian Riviera that tells the story of Luca, who is a sea monster who lives under the sea, and his adventures with his newfound best friend, Alberto, in the town of Porto Rosso. The both of them are sea monsters that have the ability to become human as soon as they step out of the water and dry off. I really enjoyed this film. It isn't Inside Out. It isn't Wall-E. It's profound in a different way. And for me, this movie was profound in the way that it seemed to celebrate all of the beautiful things in life.
While they don't explain certain things, and that's you can lead to that Ghibli-esseness of it, that does lead it to the kind of slight scattershot feel. It doesn't feel like it has a central thesis it's putting out there as much as the other movies. Like, what toys do when we're not watching is such a genius concept that works so well with the animation. I wasn't as favorable on Soul as I was as something like Inside Out. They do feel like stories that only Pixar could tell, whereas this feels like, I mentioned in my review, you could see Aardman or Laika doing something like this. Like, it doesn't feel like it needs to be Pixar. But this is like, is it about leaving home? Is it about getting to know yourself? Is it about trying new things? Is it about racing bicycles downhill fast? Is it about friendship? It didn't seem as propulsive. I don't know if you have 6 of these, Uma, but I was just thinking, what are the fantastically funny moments that won me over? Like, I'm thinking about Fatherhood, and none are springing to mind.
Oh, really? So I had the exact opposite reaction as Bahir. This thing I found was I was incredibly emotionally invested in this. Oh. And I think there were tons of funny moments that won me over. Like, I can name them all. Silencio Bruno is just in my vocabulary now ever since I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
Can you still hear him?
Nope, just you.
Good. Now hang on.
I found myself laughing at all of those little moments, right? And I thought the relationship between Luca, Alberto, and Julia were all what was so well drawn. That kid relationship, that bromance, what happens when a third wheel enters the picture. I thought all of that was really well drawn out and really well written.
That just reminded me, though, of one thing that I guess knocked me out of it a bit as well. There was moments where his imagination went through. It didn't feel as integrated into the story or as regular. That moment where he's running on the rings of Saturn is cool, but it didn't feel like it fit with anything around it.
Pixar's Luca is now streaming for free on Disney Plus Hotstar. I say for free because you don't have to pay for Premier Access. You just have to subscribe to Disney Plus Hotstar. Let us know what you think when you've seen it, or if you have seen it already, reach out on all of our social media feeds, GogglerMY. You can ask us all of those questions there as well. Don't forget to like this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Tell your friends, tell your family. Thank you so much for listening. This has been the Goggler Podcast.